Hi, Jojo.
Hi.
Um, I think you have a bit of a hum there,
Oh, Lord.
like a hiss.
Oh, I don't know what it would be from. I've been gone, so Lord only knows what happened. I know the internet went out while I was gone.
Okay.
Let me try.
Yeah.
Any better?
No,
No.
no. Um. All right. We're just gonna go ahead and have at it.
Okay. I'm
Go
sorry.
at it. It's alright. It's alright. Should we tell people we're live? Hey, people, we're live, yo.
We're alive and in the flesh.
Did you know we're live? Alright. I didn't tell you, Jojo, but I got new phone, son.
Oh, sweet.
What do
What'd
you
you
think? Galaxy S21.
Oh, that's
You
awesome.
know, I ain't gonna change. I was for a while there. I was tempted to change to them folks with the cult.
Oh, no.
I was tempted because
Don't go to the dark side.
oh, dude, every podcaster keeps talking about whatchamacallit, Clubhouse and blah blah blah, and how it's invite only and Clubhouse and woo woo, and I'm like, shit, I can't get a Clubhouse thing unless you know, I go, I go to the dark side.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was like, okay, all right. So, but then I thought about it. I'm like, nah, fuck him. Yeah, no,
Yeah, no.
I ain't doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you didn't join the dark side.
I'm here, Jojo. I'm here to stay, son. You know what I mean? Right. So we should probably go ahead and get started, right?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. So here's what we're going to do. Ta ta ta, boom boom, pa pa. Yes, 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 yes. Um, Let me see if I can do this the right way, the proper way, right?
The proper way.
This is Kickin' and Streamin' Podcast, a binge watcher's guide to streaming movies, TV series, and stuff. Here are your hosts, Graham and Jocelyn.
Yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Kicking and Streaming Podcast. And today we are streaming live because guess what? Last night it was the Oscars, and Graham and Jojo are going to sit down here and teach you what we learned about the Oscars. What we learned. Yeah. And also we are going to have some fun talking about our predictions and how all of those came about. Let's see how good we are at this shit. Hey, Jojo. And in that case, I have to say hello, Jojo.
Howdy do, Graham.
Welcome to another Howdy Do from Jojo and Graham. Today, as we said, we decided to not live stream on Saturday. We decided not to record our podcast on Saturday. One, because Jojo was out of town. The second obviously was because we whenever there is an award show, which is normally on Sundays, we will record on Monday. And it's gonna be, we're gonna try to make it to deadline because the podcast has to come out tomorrow, Tuesday, right?
It's
So
not my fault. It's all my fault.
So in terms of the recorded version, it probably is not going to be as polished as you would normally would hear it in terms of ums and ahs and some noises, because I'm going to do just a quick cleaning and throw it out there. It should be out by midnight tonight. However, we here and we are happy that you're here with us, the folks that have joined us live. Thank you very much for being here. We
Yes.
really appreciate it. Let's see what else. Let's get started then, Jojo, and let's start by talking about the spectacle itself, right? The Oscars, the whole shebang. What did you think of it? Because I thought it started with a bang, and I liked it. I liked the smaller venue. I liked the entrance. I like the fact that they chose Regina King. I could watch Regina King just walk for for an entire 4 hour. But yeah, so what did you think of it?
Yeah, I agree with you. I liked the smaller scale. I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Yeah, and the fact that they started the whole thing like as if it were a movie, right? Like
Yeah.
I love that. It was the Steven Soderbergh signature ocean something type of vibe, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
The fact that it was at Union Station, instead of a luxurious type of Dolby theater, I think it was fun. It was beautiful. It was retro. There was this whole Art Deco vibe going on, and I actually concluded, Jojo, that with that said, we are better off with when it's a smaller venue like that, it's okay to not have a host. But I think when it's a huge ass venue, you kind of need somebody to break the ice. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I agree. When it's a really large venue, you sort of need somebody or a few somebodies kind of like guiding things and kind of like helping you figure out what's going on. But I think this year worked out perfectly for what was going on. I think it was
Yeah,
better than previous years without a pandemic.
yeah, and here's the thing. So I know what they were trying to do, and when I say I know what they were trying to do, is because they went out of their way to explain what they were trying to do. Um, did I find it absolutely necessary? No, not the smaller venue part. I mean, because of course, we're still living with a pandemic. All right, so
Yes.
so the smaller venue is perfectly fine. I just don't understand the whole um no no song performance things. I mean, um like there's a lot of things that they decided not to do that I see no in what way it would have changed, it would have made things any different if they did. You know, like
Yeah. I always enjoyed the performances of songs. That was one of my favorite parts of the Oscars. So that was it was kind of sad to miss that.
in terms of the awards itself, I feel like they kept it slightly predictable, meaning that most of whom we thought were going to win won. Most of the movies and the productions we thought were going to take the night, they did. In fact, I was surprised, as a matter of fact, uh, about I want to say a Sound of Metal. Actually, I thought that it was nice that Sound of Metal. You and I love Sound of Metal, and I thought it was nice that it got nominated. But on the other hand, I didn't think that they were gonna come out with anything. I was like, yo, I'm just happy with the nominations. You know, so
Yeah.
so 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 in that respect, the night went well in a lot of ways, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It really did. It really did. I mean, there was some cool stuff that happened.
Yeah. But on the other hand, it had to be the AMPAS. It had to be Hollywood. It had to be the Oscars for
Right.
somebody or for a group of somebodies to just fuck it up at the end.
Of
And we're
course.
going we're gonna get to that part.
Of course.
But let's get started then with I am going to shout them out Jojo, and you will tell us then what we predicted and who won, right?
Okay. Okay.
So for best original screenplay, we had Judas and the Black Messiah, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago Seven.
And
So
you,
when we did our prediction, what
mhm.
did I predict? What did you predict?
So you said, did you say adapted or
Best original screenplay, yeah.
best original? So you had Minari and I had Trial of Chicago 7.
Bust. The winner of that one was Promising Young Woman, which actually I've been mentioning the name of Emerald Fennell, Emerald Fennell, Emerald Fennell during this entire time.
Yes.
But I actually didn't know that Emerald Fennell was the actress who played Camilla Parker Bowl on this just recent season of The Crown. I
I
didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
You know, I mean, I saw the actress. I'm like, yeah, she's very good as Camilla. Wow, whatever. And then the whole movie thing happened, and I hear Emerald Fennell, but I never learned her name as the actress on The Crown until last night. I'm like, oh, so that's her. So let me ask you this, Jojo. What about this movie? Like, what have you heard or learned about this movie? The Promising Young Woman.
I've heard really good things about it. I want to watch it, but I it's just one of those things. But I've heard really, really good things about it, that it's groundbreaking and, very interesting and those kinds of things. So I've heard fabulous things about it.
Yeah. So I had a lot of opportunities to watch it, especially after Karen Mulligan hosted Saturday Night Live, and I saw just a little bit of a little more than the trailer. So
Hmm.
the bit that they showed you was went a bit past the trailer, and I was like, "This looks good. I probably should watch it." And then
Hmm.
that's all there was to it. So I never got to that part.
Yeah, I never got to it either. So even if it hadn't won, it would have still been on my list of things to watch because I have heard such good things about it. But it
But
just
here's
never
the
happened.
thing. Here's the thing. Emerald Fennell being one of the females directors nominated. Even though she didn't come out winning as best director, but I am glad that she took home an Oscar. That's for sure.
Yes, yes,
It wasn't the famous "let's nominate females and not give them anything" type of thing. So
yeah,
we saw that happening here, and it was great.
yeah. It
I
really,
have yet to see the movie, and hopefully when I see the movie, I'm like, yeah, I can see why she won an Oscar. But
yeah.
you know, um, so we move on now to best adapted screenplay, and those were Borat, subsequent movie film, The Father, Nomadland, One Night in Miami, and The White Tiger. So, what were our predictions here, Jojo?
You had Nomad Land, and I had The Father.
Really? Really? Look at that. Do you remember what made you decide The Father?
I think because I thought that it would be its consolation prize.
Huh.
I was like, I don't think it's going to win. I
So
don't think
you
it's going to
didn't think,
win.
for instance, Olivia Colman was going to win Best Actress at the
No,
time?
no,
Right.
I didn't think that. I certainly did not think Anthony Hopkins was going to win, Sir Anthony Hopkins. So I thought this was because I know that this movie is apparently fantastic and fabulous and all of those wonderful words.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's going to be its consolation prize. Nobody else is going to win.
Oh, wow. Well, okay, Jojo, that's one for you. Are we taking notes?
I got one. Yay. I think that was it.
All right, all right. So, yeah, the father won. So Georgia's got a point. So we move on now to. I mean, there's a lot of it that we actually skipped,
Yes.
but did we not talk about best live action short?
I don't know. I don't have that we did.
Okay. Did we talk about best visual effects?
No. I have production design.
Okay. So so that's what we're gonna go with. Production
I
design then.
have to find it on the list. I don't know where it is.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's under Best Actress in a Supporting Role
What?
in the article.
Production design. Okay. So for production design, actually it was The Father, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, News of the World, and Tenet.
Mm.
Right?
Yep.
And here's the thing. I think it was Mank that won it, but I
Yes.
don't remember. Was it
was
Mank?
Mank won. Yes, they did.
Did we make predictions on that one?
We did. You picked Mank.
Really?
Yep.
Yay, one for me.
And I picked Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Uh-huh. So this is good, eh?
Yes.
All right. So production design. Did we talk about animated short? I don't remember us talking about
I don't have that on our list.
best original song. Did we do that one?
We did do that one.
Okay.
And let's see.
So best original song nominated were Husavik, Fight for You, EOC, Speak Now, and Hear My Voice. And I can remember actually picking Hear My Voice because I told you that I actually stayed a little longer after the Trial of the Chicago Seven when the credits were rolling. I actually stayed a little longer just to listen to that song because I found it absolutely moving.
Yes.
And I picked that one, right?
Yes, you did.
So, who was the winner? Which one did you pick, Jojo?
I picked Speak Now.
Really?
Do you want to see? I'll scan it and send it to you.
and who won?
I believe Speak Now won, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought
No, it's Fight for You.
Fight for You, right?
Yep, Fight for You.
So we
Yeah, we messed that up.
But here's the thing: that like I okay, so Fight for You is the song, but is a song for Judas and the Black Messiah.
Yes.
And there was a vibe of a marching vibe to it, like the strong protests and all of that, but I found it to be too much of a happy song, and so for me, it was like this movie wasn't that happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On neither of the fronts, I wasn't happy for Bill O'Neill. I wasn't happy for Chairman Fred. There was nothing about it that made me happy. And I understand the fighting attitude, the fight for you, and the fist in the air type of thing, because this is a movie that it is largely about the Black Panthers, but still, I found that there was a string of happiness to it that didn't comport to the rest of the film.
So
And
like
so
too upbeat and not having like a thread of tragedy or something like that running through it, or a thread of darkness.
yeah, so I was like, I don't know if this is going to be the film. So when you listen to Hear My Voice, for instance, there's a bit of lamentation going on here, and so that's the kind of thing that they go for. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so I got it wrong, dude.
And so did I.
All right. So after that, then I think we did give a shout out to makeup and hairstylists, didn't we?
Let's see. I If we did, I didn't write it down. So
Oh no, I think we did and costume design and cinematography,
yes,
right?
yes,
To be honest, I was happy to see that in makeup and hairstyling. Let's go over that one, even though we didn't make any prediction.
yeah,
Makeup and hairstyling was Emma, Hillbilly Elegy, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Mank, and Pinocchio. And Ma Rainey's Black Bottom took it.
yes.
You know, uh, you can't make a black movie and let anybody else win makeup and hairstyling. I'm just saying, especially a black movie in the what was it? Was it in the 20s? Styled
Yeah,
in the 20s.
yeah.
I mean, that's right there. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, I was really happy that they won, and I enjoyed the message, the acceptance.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was. I heard an interview with this lady, and it's like she always talks like that, though. You know, what I mean, like uh, this wasn't like a speech that she prepared, and she talked like, you know what I mean. So I was, yeah, you tell them, you know what I'm saying. And from then, from makeup and hairstyling, I'd like to move on to actually film editing because I actually realized dope, how dope is Chloe Zhao last night. Because okay, she directed the movie, she produced it, and the whole thing, right? Like she pulled like a Clint Eastwood for me here because you remember like the movie that Clint Eastwood wrote the screenplay, directed it, and actually freaking wrote and directed the score.
Yes,
One of his cowboy up shit,
yes,
and he was nominated for at least three of those four categories. And I'm all we heard about was this movie was directed and adapted by Chloe Zhao. The screenplay was adapted by her. She directed it, but at no point did I remember even looking at the fact that she also edited the damn thing.
that's amazing. That's amazing to me. Like I didn't that didn't connect for me either, and that's I mean,
Yeah, and I guess the reason why I got so much more impressed by it is precisely because you know nowhere near Hollywood film, but I go through what editing is, and it's the part I feel is the part of the art of creating something that makes you easily want to quit. I'm saying,
I'm done.
you know what I mean? Like, I love directing this shit. I love thinking about. I love writing it. When it comes to the editing part, there are moments you're like, oh fuck it. Why did I even start this? You know what I mean? In that she did it. She you know what? And on the other hand, we we always talked about the editing. We were very impressed with the editing of Sound of Metal.
Yes.
And one of the things that I remember us talking about it was the fact that when when the sound would actually take you into understanding what not hearing when people are talking around you is
Yes.
all about.
Yes. Yes.
And it actually should take an absolutely genius sound editor to do that, or editor for that matter.
Yes.
And so I was happy that
Yeah.
no Sound of Metal won.
Me too. Me too. Because it was beautifully done, and really brought so much to the movie that you weren't taken out of the experience whatsoever of the movie, and it just added to it. And whoever did it was genius. I'm not familiar with his work.
I think it was a French guy who spoke directly from France,
Ah.
and he was saying something that it was, as you can tell, I am French, so yeah, I am happy. I was like, yeah, it had to be a French dude. All right, whatever. So, what do we have next, Jojo?
We had done score, best original score. We talked about that, and so I have that called up. I've got it was nominated to Five Bloods, Mank, Minari, News of the World, and Soul. And both of us had picked Soul, and we were right.
Yes, we were right. John Baptiste got his Oscar, right?
Yes.
So now he has Grammy, he has Oscars. Now and he just won a BAFTA, I think, too.
He just needs a Tony, and I think that's a triple crown, isn't it?
Yeah. You see that visit over here? Did you see the nose?
I did not. No, I missed.
Yeah, my dude just barged in here. Like,
But yeah, I want to talk about that.
So yeah, man. I mean, I loved Jean Baptiste's speech. It was somebody that you could tell that was incredibly overwhelmed by emotions, but
Yes.
also he was saying some beautiful things out there, and I was like, "You tell them, John Baptiste. You tell them."
Yeah.
So this is one we got right, isn't it?
Yes, we did. Yep.
All right. So what else we got?
Um,
Did we?
we did cinematography.
We did cinematography.
Yes.
All right. And so the nominees for that one was Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, News of the World, Nomadland, and The Trial of the Chicago Seven. And who did we predict will win?
This is another one where we picked the same one. We both picked Mank.
And we weren't wrong.
Nope, we weren't wrong.
Damn, we're good. Good. We're good. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
we could do this for a living, Georgia. But as many as Uber dominated as Mank was, they didn't end the night with a lot of things under the
No,
belt, did they?
no, they really didn't, which was a surprise, a welcome surprise for me because I'm used to Hollywood loving Hollywood. So maybe they're getting over themselves.
I think we talked about it so much that they were like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and shut this to little North Carolina podcasters and shit that think they know us. How dare they? They don't know us like that.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. They don't shake things up just for Graham and Jocelyn.
So did we do best animated film?
We did, and we picked Soul. We both
And we
picked
weren't
Soul,
and we weren't wrong either.
and we weren't wrong. Nope.
But let's go through the nominees. Onward, Over the Moon, Shaun the Sheep movie, Soul, and Wolf Walkers. I have to say that I don't know where I can watch any of these movies except for Soul.
This is true. I don't know either. I
Right.
don't know either.
You would think, being best animated movies, you should know what to. I'm gonna have to go through Hulu and Netflix or whatever, but like I don't know where to find them.
I think Onward is on Disney Plus.
Onward?
I think Onward is, if it's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay, so I have to take a look at it.
Because I think it's a Pixar. think it's a Pixar movie. I think it's one of the ones, they kind of sneak in every so often that it isn't that good, but not bad either.
What did you think about these documentary winning My Octopus Teacher?
I've wanted to watch that. It's been on my watch list and I haven't
Really?
watched it yet. I have heard amazing things about this documentary, that it will make you cry, it'll make you see the world a different way. So I have been wanting to watch it, but you've got a buddy. Hi, little buddy.
There he is. What's up?
Hey.
What's up, bud? All right.
He's panting the microphone.
All right. Go ahead now. Go ahead. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Guest star.
Yeah, he always makes an appearance, doesn't he? So this is something that you knew of and you were looking forward to watching.
Yes, it's on Netflix.
Okay. So I'm gonna give it a go because I thought that the two dudes were the guy and the girl were very interesting, and sometimes they were talking about stuff like I'm like, are they still talking about the movie? This dude would go to places and stuff like I'm like, is it a real octopus or is it somebody that he just called Mr. Octopus? Like he was referring to real people there, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a go, but they looked very happy, and it looks like it took them tons of years to
Yeah.
to make this film. So that they won, that is awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So let's go ahead and talk about best animated short. I don't know that this is one that we predicted,
I don't
but
have
I was
anything for it.
really interested in this because I know that at some point I remember us talking about if anything happens, I love you.
Yes.
And we said that this is something that before the Oscars we were going to watch but the question was, where do you find short films to watch? Like, where do you go to where do you refer to?
Yes.
Because the question was, do they just make them for the purpose of winning an award, or
Right. Or is it like only film students can see them or that kind of thing? I remember us saying that. Yeah.
yeah, and I'm still curious to see what if anything happens I love you is about because
It is actually on Netflix.
yeah.
And I have watched it, and it is very emotional.
How long is it? Is it about 12 minutes?
I believe it's about 16 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot to do in 16 minutes to bring all that emotion and all that.
Yeah.
You know.
It's very. I didn't see any of the other ones. I just did happen to see that one, and it deserved to win because it's.
Did you ugly cry on that one?
I didn't ugly cry, but I did cry.
No, none of that.
I didn't ugly cry, but I did have tears coming down.
You know who's good at ugly crying? Whenever she cries, she gets them two snorts out of there. Viola Davis. Oh yeah, man, that's not right there, man. Oof. That's a no miss right there. I think she rubbed some vapor rub under her nose just so she can, she gets snotty and shit.
Get it going. Eat some chili peppers or something.
Yeah. Right. So, best foreign film. Did we make a prediction on that?
Best foreign film. If we did, I didn't write it down.
I don't think we did. Did.
I don't think we did.
But the nominees for those were Another round from Denmark, Better Days from Hong Kong, Collective, Romania, The Man Who Sold His Skin, Tunisia, and Kuovadis Aida, Bosnia Herzegovina. Now, I have to say something about Collective. I heard an interview with the director of Collective, and Collective is actually one of the best foreign language movies that for me has ever been made, and I need to find this and watch it. The reason being, it is because this dude goes years back into the public hospital system of Romania,
Oh wow.
and basically unraveled all of these corruption,
Oh yes.
ongoing
Yes.
corruption, and
Yes.
how many lives it has cost. And it basically created a revolution in
Yes.
Romania.
Yes. I do remember hearing about this movie and the fact that this movie actually essentially changed the healthcare forever and
Yes,
for in a good way.
yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I need to watch these. But here's the thing, though. Now that we're talking about foreign movies, foreign language movies, do you know that the win of Chloe Zhao is not being celebrated in China?
Mhm.
Yeah, after when she was nominated, Chloe Zhao was hailed as the pride of China and the whole thing, especially given the fact that she has always been a front runner with her nomination as best director. But somehow China unearthed a um, about 10 years a 10 years old interview that she gave, talking about her experience growing up in China, and how when she immigrated elsewhere, she had to unlearn a lot of things because of that sense of propaganda and nationalism and all that. And since then, her name has been banned in China. And so you couldn't watch the Oscars last night in China
Wow.
because of Chloe Zhao. And secondly, because there is one of the movies there that is about the situation in Hong Kong.
Yes. Yes.
So they did a blackout on the Oscars because of that. So I thought that was interesting, and I wanted to bring it up. But this film that won, the film from Denmark, I'm I'm interested to see what it's all about. Because it's about some dudes drinking shit, some middle-aged white dude drinking. you know, sounds like my father-in-law and shit, but you know, speak they're Danes. So
Yeah, I feel like it must be very special to win over something that essentially changed a country's not history, but you know what I mean.
yeah,
Future. Future.
yeah. And The Man Who Sold His Skin is also an interesting movie.
I really
Very
like the
interesting.
title. I like the title.
The Man Who Sold His Skin. And the little piece that they showed actually is very intriguing.
Yeah.
But the one that caught my attention the most, I'm gonna tell you, is the one from Bosnia and Herzegovina, the Kuovadis Aida. That movie seemed to be absolutely dope. There's a lady there. The little bit that they shoot, this lady is acting the fucking shit out of that, out of it, and I am in awe, and I would love to see that movie. I think it is mostly in English, obviously heavily accented, but if I could find it, I will definitely watch it.
Yeah. I wish that there was like I almost wish that there was like a streaming service that was just for things that have been nominated for stuff like Golden Globes and BAFTAs and Oscars. Like it would just stream those kinds of things.
Yeah, and what I see happening a lot is that those streaming services that want to brag as to how many nominations they get, they put all those movies up. Like, you
Yeah,
know, Amazon put all the movies that they got nominated. Like, you can watch them before the Oscars and shit. And Netflix did the same thing. But I would be happy with something like that. Like you're saying that, oh,
yeah,
you got nominated. Let's put you in here. Let's throw you in this pile so that people can get to you. And
yeah,
I would happily pay for that because there's award shows going on all the time.
yeah.
So it would be good to see.
Yeah, something, because the stuff that's less mainstream, the Netflix and the Amazon, the foreign language films, the short films, the animated shorts. I don't know how to find those necessarily unless, they are on Netflix or something like that. But it'd be very cool if there was a service that just did a big conglomeration that you could watch it. I mean, only even if they only did it for a couple months before the awards or after,
Yeah,
it would be very cool.
yeah. Maybe we should go ahead
Maybe we should start
and go
learning
to
to do
Shark Tank. We'll go to Shark Tank and propose that shit. You
Yeah,
nominated, you won, son.
yeah.
You know. Uh, let's then move on to Best Supporting Actress. The nominees were Maria Bakalova for Borat's subsequent movie film, Glenn Close, Hillbilly Elegy, Olivia Colman, The Father, Amanda Seyfried, Mank, and Yoo Jong Yoon for Minari. And what predictions did we have on that one, Jojo?
I myself didn't make one. I just said I didn't want it to be Glenn Close.
I
And
remember that.
you chose Maria I can't say her last name.
Bakalova.
Bakalova. That was your pick.
Yeah. I seriously thought Maria Bakalova had a chance, but when I saw how charming Yoo Jong Yoon is, I'm like, I'm fucking glad she won. She was the best acceptance speech, the cutest, the most adorable person up there, man.
Yes.
I mean, she was funny, she was lovable, she was everything. Sit and listen to her. She said something about Brad Pitt, like, finally I get to be on the same stage as Brad Pitt. Come here, Mr. Brad Pitt. And then, and then she said, look, I don't believe in competition. We're all actors here. We've all done a fantastic job. I'm just luckier than you all tonight.
Yes, she was good. It was
She was,
You wanted to squish her.
yes, yes. She was fantastic. So, look, Maria Bakalova jolted at the scene with her performance in Borat, and I think it's one of the most well deserved nominations we've seen
Mhm.
in a long time for newcomer. Um, and I think she won a couple of awards in the past awards, SAG awards and things like that. So it's not like she's gonna end the award season empty handed. The Oscar nomination itself was uh, an incredibly feat for her.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
and to be honest with you, this was one of those categories that was anybody's game. I want to say.
Yeah, I agree. I agree very much with that
I think
because
best supporting actor, best supporting actress, and best supporting actress, both these categories were anyone's game, wasn't it?
I agree. Any one of them could have won, and it would have been, they were all. It was like in a horse race. It was all the same horse.
Yeah. Speaking of Glenn Close, who didn't win, Did you see her doing the butt?
I I did.
You know what? Like I was a little bit. It was a bit cringy to me when the whole bit started until they got to Glenn Close. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
you know, Glenn Close kind of stole the entire thing.
she did. She really did. She really did.
So
I
kudos
really
to her.
like Glenn Close. I really, really do. I just didn't want her to win for this particular nomination.
Yeah, we heard you loud and clear, Georgia. We
Yeah.
heard you, man.
Yeah.
Dang. Jesus. Holy shit. Stop the hate, man. Right. So we move on now to Best Supporting Actor. The nominees were Sacha Baron Cohen, Trial of the Chicago Seven, Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah. Sorry, Judas and the Black Messiah, Leslie Odom Jr., One Night in Miami, Paul Racy, Sound of Metal, Lakeith Stanfield, Judas and the Black Messiah. What predictions did we make there, Jojo?
It's I'm having trouble reading my handwriting, so I must have missed this. But it was
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I'm having trouble reading my handwriting.
I felt like
We needed a sound effect for that. Yes, that's I like. Yeah, that's that sounds about right.
I'm gonna put one there that is a tiny violin too.
Yes. Let's see. Because I believe the winner was your pick, from what I can read of my scribble.
Okay, so we're talking about Daniel Kaluuya.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that was it. But I think you were rooting for Paul Racy
Yes, I was.
from Sound of Metal,
Yes.
and I thought, like, I remember saying that there was this whole controversy about why is it Lakeith Stanfield and Daniel Kaluuya are both nominated in Best Supporting Actor in a movie where clearly there was a lead and clearly there was a supporting actor. So
Yes.
who was who, right?
Yes.
And I think had they put Daniel Kaluuya in the category of Best Actor and Lakeith Stanfield with as Best Supporting Actor, it is possible that Lakeith Stanfield wouldn't have won. Daniel Kaluuya wouldn't have won Best Actor, but Lakeith Stanfield, on the other hand, might have gotten away with it. What do you think?
I agree with that. I do.
So what do you think in the end was the logic here? Like, okay,
I have no idea. This one was just this is the huh part for me.
you're like, huh? What?
I don't know. It was odd to me.
It was mad weird, man. Like,
Yeah.
because now Lakeith is right there watching, the guy that, he co-starred with, winning for basically the same category that he was in.
Yes.
So who in the eyes of the Academy, who was the lead actor
Yes.
in Judas and the Black Messiah?
Yeah.
I don't get this.
I don't understand it either. This one made no sense to me.
By the way, I'm happy that Daniel Kaluuya won, and this dude is mad funny. he he just come up with shit and he's like, this is amazing, you gotta celebrate life, this is great because my mom and dad had sex and then I'm here. And then they show you his mom, like she was she was in attendance from London. And she was like, "What is going on?" And his sister, and the sister went like, "Oh shit."
Which says to me that's how he really is. Like her reaction of that is what says to me, yep, that's how he is at home. It's like, oh God, he's doing it on stage.
Oh man. But like it was nobody was expecting that because he was talking about how great life is and how you have to celebrate every moment and blah blah blah. Like that was getting deep. And all
Yes.
of a sudden my mom and dad had sex and now I'm here. It was like, what? But you should have seen mom's face though. She was like, what is he saying? And the sister was like, and then later he said, I'm probably gonna get some weird text from mom later. That was awesome. That was awesome. Right then, so let's move on to best actress. Nominees were Viola Davis for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Andra Day, United States versus Billie Holiday, Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand, Nomadland, and Carrie Mulligan, Promising Young Woman. What was our prediction here, Jojo?
So we had I have that you had Frances McDormand and that I had Viola Davis.
Yay! And I got it! Frances McDormand, I don't know. Like, hey, Viola Davis was incredible in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. But overall, I don't know if you have you seen
I have not seen
Nomadland yet?
Nomadland. No, I have not seen it yet.
This is gonna be one of those Game of Thrones shit with you. I'm thinking. I already can see it. I already see it. Yeah, I already see it.
I don't know because this is a movie, that is relevant to my interests because I've occasionally wanted to just pack up a bus and say fuck it and drive away and so. Yeah.
And then you look at the dogs and you're like, nah, let me wait for this one to die. Hey, I feel you, man. I hear you. But here's the crazy thing. Frances McDormand won, and this lady can't help but being weird. First of all, she howled. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, okay. And it was about this dude that was part of the crew who died, during the year, and his last name was Wolf. So it was like, this is for a wolf. Woo, 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 woo. The crazy thing is, Frances McDormand does not explain herself. She just goes on and does random shit.
Mhm.
So now you're like, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? And like, she's quirky, man.
Yeah,
She is like mad quirky.
she is. I really wonder what she's like on set when she's working. Like, is she like that between takes, or is she serious and focused? It's interesting
Right.
to me.
Because like it's almost scary because you never know what she's gonna come up with.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like, what if this lady just gets naked for no apparent reason and start walking around and shit? Like, what? How do you respond to? Excuse me, Miss Fran. I don't know if you noticed, but your pubes are out and shit. I mean, and then her acceptance speech, she quoted Macbeth, right? But it was so weird that it took me a while to realize, oh, so okay. She was like, my word is my sword, and blah 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 blah, and I like working. And I'm like, how does that have anything to do with anything? Good on you. Fine, just get out. Like now you're creeping the fuck out of me. But I love her, man. I love her because you never know what to. It's like watching, when Robin Williams was
Yes.
amongst us. Like you
Yes.
never know what was gonna come out of his mouth
No.
and how he was gonna jump off and do something. You would like, yeah, I can. That's Robin Williams right there. Somebody else does it, and you're like, this motherfucker's crazy, you
Yes.
know. Because I mean, here's the thing: when Tom Cruise jumped on the couch and shit and did all that, everybody went like, this nigga went crazy.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
there was
Yes,
no.
it was totally what drug got into his system, you know? No, it was so fake. It felt fake and staged weirdness, you know?
Yeah,
And but yeah, like you said, Robin Williams you're like, yeah, that's Robin Williams. Of course
yeah,
he's gonna
that's
jump on a couch.
yeah. Like it would be
Him
weird if
not
he didn't.
Yes, exactly.
So I think that's my Frances McDormand right there. She is. But the one thing I can tell you is that anything I see her name on, I'm like, I'm gonna watch this because she freaking can act, man.
She really can.
She is.
I still love her performance in Fargo. One of
Oh,
my favorite performances of all time was her performance in Fargo. Like she's just so good at it. She's so good.
but I think with age also, she's gotten a level of confidence that
Yes.
no other actress. Because the thing is, like, she's no. I don't feel like she's worried about aging
No, I don't think so.
gracefully or
Yes, or
whatever.
all
You
the
know, I'm
plastic
like the whole.
surgery. I mean, I'm
Yeah,
sure she's had something done because
she
everybody.
doesn't. She does not give two shits about that,
Yeah.
and she's all about the acting, and like you can see it in her quirks. Like she will. You know, what I mean, like I, yo, like the dress she was wearing last night, and I'm like, that looks like a midwife's dress, and like an old midwife's dress and shit. And she's right there, just chilling, you know.
Mhm.
But can anyone else get away with that? Can a 50 plus or 60-year-old Hollywood actress of her category get away with that? Everybody would be all on top of it. Like, did you see what so and so was wearing and shit? No one cares what she wears because she's like, she has the talent and the daringness to do this kind of shit. you know.
Yep.
Oh, that was me ranting about Francis McDormand, Daniel Kaluuya imagining his parents having sex and shit. That's got a bit too weird for me. Right. So shall we move to best actor, Jojo?
Sure. Let's see. We had both chosen Chadwick Boseman.
Okay. The nominees were um Riz Ahmed, Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anthony Hopkins, The Father, Gary Oldman, Mank, and Stephen Yeun, Minari. And you said we both chose Chadwick Boseman.
We did.
And I think that's where they fucked it up.
I agree. I agree. I don't understand them not giving him the award. I really don't. And not just because he died. I mean, although they do have a long history of giving someone who died the Oscar, but I mean, I haven't seen The Father. It's another one that I would like to see, but I just it should have been Chadwick Boseman.
I think we made that pretty clear that we knew that he deserved the Oscar, and not because he'd passed away. It
Yes.
was because that performance was a performance of a lifetime.
Yes.
And so sometimes I struggle to understand what in the bloody hell the Academy is thinking.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the way it is, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't understand how their whole voting system works or anything like that, but Like I said, I'm sure Sir Anthony Hopkins did a beautiful job because he's a wonderful actor, but I don't understand choosing him over that
And
performance.
from what I heard, he said some really beautiful things and gave this beautiful um, speech this morning on Good Morning America.
I did hear about that. I haven't gotten to see it, but I did hear about that. It was
Yeah,
apparently very nice.
yeah. But hey, I don't know. Like, I I wasn't like shocked, but I could feel myself being completely disappointed when Joaquin announced Anthony. I don't I, like. I think the room, you could feel it in the room.
Yeah,
You know.
I was shocked. I'll be honest. I was shocked. I didn't I didn't
Yeah.
expect that at all. And then I was disappointed, but I was shocked at first. Like my jaw dropped.
I was like, I'm ready to just stop watching this, and thank God it was the last thing. Um, so we know that the next one is Best Picture. We the nominees were The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, and Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago Seven. The problem we had with Best Picture, the problem we had is the same problem we had with Best Actor. The same problem we had is the big absence of the five bloods.
Yes.
Um, I think the Academy had enough time to make it right on this one,
Yes.
and everybody made it very clear from the very beginning that this was wrong.
Yes.
In the fact that they still decided to go forward, to move forward without doing anything about it. Especially the fact that Delroy Lindo wasn't even mentioned anywhere.
Yeah. That was a complete screw up on their part. That was unforgivable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, like, we don't have any problems with all of the movies that were nominated.
No, not at all. But there was room for the Five Bloods.
I haven't seen Mank, and I already know that I'm not going to be a big fan. I'm going to watch it at some point, but I haven't seen it, and I'm not dying to see it. The Father, I already know that, you know, putting Anthony Hopkins and not Julia Roberts, Olivia Colman in the same room is bomb. Like, seriously.
That's gonna be so much talent that the room's gonna catch on fire.
Jesus. Judas and the Black Messiah is perhaps one of the best movies to come out this year, and it was very early in the year, so you can imagine. Um, but you know, it remains to be seen whether or not there will be anything better than that for the remainder of the year. So it was quite the nomination. Minari, I haven't heard anyone say anything disparaging about this movie.
No, I have not either. I've only ever read or seen glowing things about it. I'm ready to watch it.
Yeah, yeah. Nomadland, of course, you've heard me talk about this movie in a way that is like, manna from heaven or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, when it comes to Promising Young Woman, like I said, I I know that Emerald Fennell is very talented, and obviously winning best screenplay, original screenplay, tells you that.
Yes.
Carrie Mulligan apparently was absolutely fantastic on this one. And it is one of those movies that I also have in the back of my mind that I want to watch.
Yes.
But what's missing here? The Five Blood.
Yeah.
The Five Blood. It's an injustice of mm, magnificent proportioned, I should say.
Yes.
So, no, cool.
Yeah, no, not cool at all.
Best director, of course, was Thomas Vinterberg, Another Round, Emerald Fennell, Promising Young Woman, David Fincher, Mank, Lee Isaac Chung, Minari, and Chloe Zhao, Nomadland. Did we predict on this one?
Let's see. So for director, it looks like we had. It looks like we had sort of come to a consensus between three.
Yeah, we
So
did this 3-3 thing, right?
yeah, so we both picked Promising Young Woman, Minari, and Mank
Yeah.
in that order. It looks like we'd gone with those three.
Promising Young Woman, Minari, or Mank.
Yeah.
So we actually didn't think Nomadland was gonna win
Yeah.
it.
I don't have any notes about Nomadland. Yeah.
All right. Well, then we missed that one. But there's no one of the awards that Nomadland won that I'm like, maybe he didn't deserve it. There's none, absolutely none. You know, I thought this was the movie that if that movie having a good night last night was was fair. Um, I think the only objectionable thing that happened last night was one, the best actor. And I don't mean any disrespect to Anthony Hopkins.
No.
You know, is one of the greatest Welshmen to ever live. Uh, really, dude. But at the same time, I do I do think Chadwick should have taken that one.
Yeah.
And the other injustice, of course, is the Five Blood.
Yes.
Before we close out, Jojo, I'd like to share with you some Twitter is very unforgiving.
Yes.
So Twitter went to war last night, and people were tweeting some very funny things about the looks at the Oscar. So I wanted to share some with you. I'm gonna
Yes.
actually put it on. I was like busting laughing at work today because I was like, okay, so about Emerald Fennell, it says Fennell described this look herself as Susan, your pottery teacher who's roping you into a pyramid scheme. and and the person who is like, yeah, I honestly cannot do better than that, she says. And then this one is going to the comment about Laura Dern's gown. See this?
The duster from Beauty and the Beast.
Laura Dern is
I've been
going as
burnt
the
by you
duster from
before.
Beauty and the
Oh my gosh.
Now, there are two about Halle Berry that had me dying. This is the next one. Why is Halle Berry rocking Josh Hartnett's hair from the 2000s?
Oh my goodness.
And then he puts the picture right next to it. You're like, yeah, that is
Yeah,
true.
yeah, pretty much.
And what about this one? This one doesn't say anything. It's just like Oscars. This one is a bit deep, but like if you get it, you get it. He's trying to take Chadwick's place as the most versatile black biographical actor. First Fred Hampton, and now he's studying for the role of Lori Lightfoot. Range. That is true. That's true, though. Lori Lightfoot. If you see one of her press conferences, like, what is she wearing? Is that a pantsuit or an actual dude suit? And then look at Coleman Domingo. Coleman Domingo went full blown Pepto Bismol on us.
Oh my.
This one says, inject Brad Pitt and his little man bun into my veins. This one says, Lakeith, really sure you can wear tux, but how silly are you going to look standing next to this? Seriously, though, what the hell happened here, man?
I don't. Is that's a pantsuit, isn't it?
It is, but like
a jumpsuit.
It's like a jumpsuit.
The 70s collar going on there.
Yeah. Yeah. I would look like seriously, dude. I mean, these dudes are very, very courageous because you wouldn't catch me dead wearing that shit. Dead. Like, yo, this was made for you by so and so Vaccarello, Anthony Vaccarello. I'm like, yeah, Vaccarello, I'm good. Thank you, sir.
You can keep that.
Yeah, we're good. Let me see. Okay, so this is one about Coleman Domingo that made me laugh. Me, I don't feel like tweeting about the Oscars red carpet. Coleman Domingo. We'll see about that. And then this is the one. This is the one. It's like, I can't believe Halle Berry wore these to the Oscars.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all wrong for that. And our girl. And look at our girl.
Yes.
Oscar attendees would not wear face masks during the telecast. Frances McDormand.
She's like, screw you, I'm wearing my mask.
And this one is going to say, why Brad Pitt got the same hair as Vanessa Kirby? And then another one about
oh God. I just recently watched Shrek too. So
my God. That I couldn't get that picture off my head once I read it.
Yeah.
Someone want to explain to me why Halle Berry's hairdresser gave her Lord Farquaad cut. And I'm like, that's exactly the haircut, dude.
It really is.
Lord Farquaad. Man. Yeah, it was funny showing up at my third husband. Like,
oh, that's good.
They're wrong for that. And like, seriously. This one say, if they sold shalwar kameez at Chico's.
That actually looks a little more like dress barn to me.
I've never seen her being more matronly in a dress than this one. I'm like, okay, whatever, dude.
Yeah, maybe she wanted to be comfy. I don't know.
Yeah, hey.
Comfy and sparkly.
Fun fact, Laura Dern is wearing the bottom half of the Wampa costume from Empire Strikes Back. Oh, they were no seriously though. Did you see? Did you see the shrimpers? The shrimpers, dude. The shrimpers. Yo.
I wonder if she put, she was in there with stuffing, the shrimp cocktail at the craft table into that. That's got to be what it's for, right? Just a little refrigerator compartment on one side.
Like, girl, I'm going to be so transparent with this one. They didn't even have to search me, son. No. And then, finally, this one. This one only said, Halle Berry.
Oh, dear.
That was mad wrong. So, all right. So we're glad to be back, ladies and gentlemen. We are happy to be back. We hope you enjoyed our last episode, even though it was not live stream. Oh, it had been live streamed before, and we kind of like used it for the audio version of the podcast. But it's good to be back on the line with you, showing you how we do it, right?
Yes.
Jojo, I want to thank you for making it for making it and
You're very welcome.
indulge us here with this.
If I seem exhausted and not as upbeat as normal, it's because I am.
Well, we're gonna
Doing
go
my
ahead and
best.
let you go because I have some editing to do and I have
Yes.
some more work to do. But the podcast comes out tomorrow if you are a listener. So there's that. And if you are watching us on Twitch, on Twitter, on Facebook, or wherever you're watching, just go ahead and subscribe. We would like that very much.
Yes.
And a reminder that every Saturday at 1 o'clock, we're right here talking about either a movie or a series, as long as it is something that can be streamed.
Yes.
That's what kicking and streaming is all about.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
It's
You
in the
can,
name.
you know, son. You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram, and everywhere else at Mr. Puteta, MRPUZZETTA. Jojo is on a long ass hiatus. So
I've
you
got-
ain't gonna find her.
I'm running silent, but I shall return.
Hey man, I'm hoping because we kind of miss you over here.
I'll be back.
Well, all right then. We hope you like it. These were our predictions, and we got some, we lost some. See you then. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for listening to Kickin' and Streamin' Podcast. If you found value in our content, please subscribe and share. We would also be delighted to hear what you think of this podcast. So please rate us by writing a quick review on Apple Podcasts or your favorite podcast platform. Follow us on all major social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. Join the conversation happening today on our Facebook group.